Hello, Jessica Sina here, checking in from the annual meeting of the Montana Association of Counties. County commissioners from all 56 counties in Montana are here to discuss the very important issues they will be facing and hope to be discussing at the upcoming legislature. So, Dave Galt, the executive director of the Montana Petroleum Association, are also out in this part of the state to start a legislative briefing tour for the Petroleum Association to cover pertinent issues for the oil and gas producers which we represent. But today we started out by attending a meeting of the oil, gas, and coal producing counties, at which time Dave Galt presented an update on the state sage grouse plan, which we now have in hand, that has now been approved by the governor. And the plan looks very similar to that of Wyoming's, which is exactly what we had intended all along in going to the governor a little over a year ago and requesting that he establish a committee to come up with a state plan. The reason for this? The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services at the federal level has already announced and decided, they've made known that sage grouse are warranted for a listing on the endangered species list. Spotted owl. You know what happens when an animal or a species is listed on the endangered species list. Pretty much everything in areas of these populations are shut down. And so the idea for having a state plan was that, well, first of all, we were one of the only western states with sage grouse populations who had not started to work on a plan. And obviously, the threat of a federal listing is quite frightening to a state like Montana, the treasure state that understands and truly practices this principle of wealth coming from the ground. It certainly does. We are a largely agricultural state. We have mining, we have oil and gas production, and so preserving access as well as multiple use lands is hugely important. So the association director, Dave Galt, did get up and say that we will support the governor's plan, that at the end of the day, because it does look like Wyoming's plan with buffer zones around core mating areas and core sage grouse habitats of 0.6 miles as opposed to the original 1 mile no surface occupancy designation that was proposed. This plan really does seem to be workable for those in revenue generating activities which rely on land use, including ag, including oil, including mining. It's certainly not perfect, but it is better than a federal listing.